today's video segment, we are discussing the validation process for wether dams. Wether dams are those females that normally go back into club lamb production. Most of them are not registered, but they can be. It's also important to note at time of validation that the individual exhibitor must declare whether that wether dam is going to be validated as a wether dam or a registered breeding sheep, and they cannot be validated as both. In this segment, we're going to discuss the validation process for wether dams for Texas major shows for the Texas 4-H and FFA validation process. The first thing that you need to realize and understand is that all wether dams will be validated under an individual child's name, not the family name, and they will go on an individual card specifically for breeding sheep and goats, wether dams in this case, or wether does. So the first step in the validation process for our wether dams is to give this animal its identification number. In some instances, you will encounter a USDA scrapie tag in breeding animals. This scrapie tag is required by the major shows upon arrival at the show and is required by Texas Animal Health Commission in all breeding livestock. In this case, this wether dam has the scrapie tag in the left ear. It is preferred, if there is room, to put the state validation tag in the left ear, but you do have the option, if there's not ample enough room for that tag, to put it in the animal's right ear. But in this case, we have room right above the scrapie tag between the cartilage of the ear to place the state RFID tag in the animal's ear. Make sure to have the button on the inside of the sheep with the visual tag part facing the back side. Making sure the button is complete in place and the visual tag on the back side of the ear. In addition to the state RFID tag that you place in the ear, you need to be mindful that wether dams can have a Texas Lamb Breeders Association, TLBA, ewe-lamb tag in their ear. They must have the TLBA ewe-lamb tag in their ear at time of validation if these animals are going to compete in the San Angelo Stock Show Wether Dam Show. These tags are obtained from the breeder, and they are specific ewe-lamb tags for the ewes. The correct procedure for tattooing your wether dam is the tattoo is going to go in the right ear of the animal. You're going to take your rag that's been dipped in disinfectant, and you're going to clean the ear between the cartilage and the midrib. You're going to take your green tattoo roll-on ink, apply it to the ear, take your tattoo plier with your county number in there, and you're going to give it a good squeeze, and then reapply your green tattoo ink, making sure that your county tattoo number shows up and is visible in the ear. To properly pull a DNA hair sample for your wether dam, first you're going to check the ear tag number on the DNA envelope, making sure it matches with the tag, the state validation tag in the animal's ear. Once that is confirmed, you're going to take your bent needle nose pliers, taking a hair sample from the hoof line, pulling to make sure that there is a DNA hair follicle on the end of the hair, placing that in the envelope. Taking approximately 4 pulls will ensure that you get your 40 hair samples to be included with the DNA envelope. Once completing that animal, make sure to clean your pliers. The final step we're going to discuss in the wether dam validation process is taking the nose print. First, you want to make sure and ensure that the nose is clean and dry using a shop towel or a heavy-duty paper towel. Then you're going to apply the blue tattoo or nose print ink liberally to the nose, and quickly taking 2 nose prints per card, 2 legible nose prints per card. After you have your first 2 legible nose prints, you want to wipe the nose again, completely drying it, applying your ink, and taking an additional 2 legible nose prints to retain for your records.